This lesson is about plants. Now, you might think that studying plants is a waste of time. You might even think that it's boring. But wait, check out this giant pumpkin. This is definitely not boring. I'm with George Humus in his pumpkin patch in Ipswich, Massachusetts. This giant pumpkin weighs nearly 1,000 pounds, and it was grown from a single pumpkin seed. I have many questions, but first I'd like to know, why do you grow giant pumpkins?
Well, you take a seed about the size of your fingernail, and by the end of the season you end up with a fruit like this. It's pretty miraculous.
Mr. Humus, how long did it take this giant pumpkin to go from a single seed to this huge size?
This pumpkin was pollinated approximately July 12th, so right now it's about 70 days old. So that means at one time it grew 25 to 40 pounds a day. Right now it's slowed down to about 6 pounds a day as it reaches maturity. So it takes between 70 and 80 days from the date of pollination to get a pumpkin this size.
How much water and fertilizer does it take to grow this huge pumpkin? I'm sure it takes a lot more than it does to grow the small one.
Probably for these 4 plants that I've grown, I'd say 500 gallons a day.
What?
Yep.
500 gallons of water a day. Oh, that's amazing. That explains some of how this thing can grow so fast.
The pumpkin's 80% water, so without water you don't have much.
Giant pumpkins are amazing, aren't they? A pumpkin plant is a member of a group of plants called angiosperms. An angiosperm is a plant that forms flowers and has seeds that are inside a container we call a fruit. A pumpkin plant is an angiosperm because it forms flowers and then produces a giant fruit that contains many, many seeds. Most plants are angiosperms, but there are other plant groups. Other plant groups are mosses, ferns, and gymnosperms, cone-bearing trees like pine and spruce. However, angiosperms, which are the flowering plants, have seeds in fruits, not cones. Remember, the angiosperm plant group has the most number of different species. In this lesson, we are going to learn how angiosperms reproduce. Here is a question for you to try. Which of the following plant groups includes flowering plants that have seeds contained in fruits? A. Mosses. B. Ferns. C. Gymnosperms. Or D. Angiosperms.
That's right. Angiosperms produce flowers and seeds in fruits. And remember, this plant group has the most number of different species.
Angiosperms are often called the flowering plant group. But what is a flowering plant? Often, when people hear the word flower, they think of what you buy in a florist shop. Flowers are often beautiful, and they're used for all kinds of celebrations and events. But did you know that grasses such as wheat, rye, barley, and these grasses are actually flowering plants? Some flowers aren't showy, like this, and they're hardly recognizable as flowers. But other flowers can be very large and showy, like the rare Rafflesia flower found in the rainforests of Indonesia. The Rafflesia flower can grow to be up to 3 feet across and can weigh up to 15 pounds. Unfortunately, the Rafflesia flower smells like rotting meat to attract the insects that pollinate it. I wouldn't want a bouquet of Rafflesia flowers in my house. Now it's your turn to explore a variety of flower types. Click on each flowering plant to see a close-up view of its flower structure. And stay tuned to find out why flowers are much more than just pretty structures to look at and admire.
This is a cactus flower.
Click on each flowering plant.
This is a water lily flower.
Great.
Click on each flowering plant to
This is the flower structure of grass.